Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Mason Mumford. I'm here with Love Lord Legacy Studios, talking about the new and upcoming fan film, Scream Bloodlines. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. We're happy to be here.
Well, I'm happy to have you.
Oh.
That's good. You know, we're starting off strong.
Starting off strong. You already did the interview, so.
Yeah.
All good.
All right, we got the crew, I would say, of Scream Bloodlines. We're gonna go through each of you guys. You're gonna say your name, your position, and a little bit about yourself. Start with you, right?
Why do I have to go first?
Well, I'm not gonna start in the middle.
Left to right. Don't you know how to read?
No.
That makes so much
I was
sense.
gonna say, what if they were illiterate?
They're our
illiterate.
script supervisor. I really would hope not.
Listen.
It's all braille.
Okay, well, I'm Riley Jones. I am the first assistant director. And a little bit about myself. What do you want to
Just one thing.
hear?
It could be a hobby. It could be a pet peeve. It could be, I woke up and I didn't have coffee this morning. I don't know.
I mean,
Anything.
technically I didn't have coffee this morning. I had an energy drink. But that's beside the point.
All right. Well, we got Riley. We're gonna go right next to the middle girl right here. Right here. I didn't mean to say right next. We're gonna go to the middle girl right here.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm Elaina.
What's your last name?
Elaina.
What's your middle name?
Elaina.
Elaina. No, my name is Elaina Webb. I am the writer and director of Scream Bloodlines. Yeah. What else did you need to know?
Just a little bit about yourself.
Ooh.
Who are you?
No.
What goes into what comes from the depth of your soul?
Oh,
Scream
God.
Bloodlines.
Yeah. I'm a horror fan, but I absolutely despise being scared.
Same.
I've seen it.
You're
We've all seen it. We have the videos. So.
Yes,
Cut to
that's
win.
true.
All right. Well, thank you. Your turn.
I'm Avery Gering. I am the cinematographer and the editor for Scream Bloodlines.
Yeah.
You're here.
I'm here. About myself. Yeah.
I don't like you staring into that camera. You're like.
My name's Avery. That's my fact.
Okay. That works.
I mean, it is a fact.
All right.
You're like once or twice.
Avery.
Hello.
I was looking at Riley, but I said Avery. Avery.
Embarrassing.
Hello.
We're starting with you.
Why? Yo, what's up? Sorry.
I can move on.
No, it's okay. I am here to provide my answers to your questions.
Okay.
That is how it
I hope
work.
so. That's an interview. All right, we're gonna go with who is your favorite character and why?
Oh, Jordan.
Because
He's the comic relief. We love Jordan. He's
Okay.
the best. He's the greatest. What more? What more do you want?
I don't know what more do you want.
He's just the perfect. he's beautiful. He's perfect. He's elegant.
Is he gay?
That's pretty gay, bro.
Me or Jordan?
You!
I'm gay for Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan is gay.
Jordan is gay.
Jordan is a beautiful
He is.
bisexual
We're gay
man.
lovers.
All right. We're gonna go over to Riley.
Me?
Yeah. What do you think not only makes a great film, but a great horror film?
Okay. What makes a good film? Audience captivation. The ability to keep the audience's attention and keep them engaged, I think, is what makes a great film. Also, camera angles, let's be real. Somebody that knows how to use camera angles to tell a story in a really good way is always great. What makes a good horror film, though? Different types of scares. It can't be all suspense. It can't be all jump scares. It's got to be a good, solid mix of different kinds of fear. Because I feel like that also helps keep the audience engaged. So, but yeah, also blood. Love some blood.
Love blood. you,
That is me.
obviously. What was your creative process for this film? Like what was it like?
Like in writing the film?
Everything. Creative process, like writing it, now directing it, choosing the characters, choosing the people to play the characters.
I think that when you're writing something like this, and obviously these two can attest, but when you're writing something like this, it's coming from a world that's already created. I don't have to create a new world, if that makes sense. So because it's coming from a world that that has already been created, I don't have to do as much in the aspect of like, okay, what do I want the world to look like? What do I want the people to be like? What do I want, the genre to, like, everything was pretty much laid out for me. I just had to learn how to work within those parameters. And because of that, the creative process was probably drastically different than an original film. But it's a lot of kind of, ironically, like I have to actually write with something in the background. A lot of people can't write with background noise. I have to have something on in the background. A lot of it was Pretty Little Liars, which is probably why I snuck a little Pretty Little Liars, tip of the hat into the film. But a lot of it was Pretty Little Liars, and I guess I have to watch something that would be inspiring to me to inspire other people, and that was the creative process as far as writing it goes. As far as casting it went, I think everything for the most part pretty much aligned with the way that it needed to. The only, role that I was actually adamant about when it came to like, no, I do not want to cast this role without taking the time to think about it was Fletcher, because she is such an important character, because she has so much to live up to. So everything kind of fell in alignment with that. And directing, I usually meditate before, stepping on or being around everybody. I'll come out and I'll let them know like, hey, I'll be back in 30 minutes. I'm gonna go meditate. And they're really good at allowing me to do that. So I think a lot of my creative process comes from the people around me understanding my creative process and allowing that process to flow.
Gotta have a good team.
Oh yeah, I have the best team.
Where are they?
I don't know.
They're
Late.
Good. Going back to Avery.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How do you collaborate with other members of your film crew?
How do I collaborate with other members of my film crew?
He doesn't.
I don't. Actually, the process is Riley waking me up saying, hey, we have to be here at this time. And then I say, get the fuck out of my room, I'm sleeping. And then they say, you didn't get a choice, bitch. So I say, and then we get coffee and here we are. No,
actually that seems accurate.
That
seems
that is exactly what happened.
As of the last couple weeks, that's been pretty accurate. Only for the sheer fact that, I don't know, especially lately, it's been like go time. We're getting so close to finishing everything up as filming goes. So we're on crunch time. We're doing more. We're doing as much as we can. We're getting stuff done. We're filming interviews. We're doing rehearsals and changes and last minute things. So there's so much going on. So it's like I'm tired, but I'm also excited. And there's like a mixture of exhaustion and adrenaline. So that wasn't the question though. As for your actual question, how do I collaborate with my crew members? I love these guys. There's not much that we don't do together. So it feels natural to work with them because obviously we're friends outside of the film, and I plan on keeping them in my life. So it just little do they know I'm actually gonna bounce after this. But no, it's just like hanging out with friends every day. Honestly, it's the best way to describe it.
But that's how work should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not working then.
That's true.
Going back to Riley. This one's an easy one.
What?
Hopefully. All right, Riley.
Yes.
What is your favorite line of dialogue from the movie?
Okay, raise your hand if it was not here.
Easy.
I told
money.
you it was
Easy.
You called, I came. I'm easy like that.
All right. Director. How do you handle creative differences?
Usually I just fire people. No.
That's a fact.
For people.
4 people.
Just kidding.
Fired.
How do
Well,
I
I'm just thinking about the people who-
handle creative differences?
Mm-hmm.
I try. First of all, I would like to think that the set and the environment that I create allows for opinion enough to where there isn't a creative difference. And if there is a creative difference, it's usually going to be on our end versus, the cast's end. And it's rare that we have creative differences because we strive to always be on the same page. There's not a moment where I think of something and I'm not telling them because we have to run through that. So instead of handling creative differences, I'm avoiding them by making sure my team knows where I'm at and I know where my team is at. And I think that goes hand in hand with how you work with the people on your team. Avery and I are constantly talking about the shots that we have to get because he's the director of photography. I have to make sure that we are on the same page as far as we want it from this angle, we want it from this angle, we want it from this angle. Riley's the first assistant director, so Riley, it literally has to be the version of my brain that is outside of my body. But if the version of my brain outside of my body doesn't know what I'm thinking, then we're in a disconnect. So we do our best to just avoid them completely if we do have them. I'm usually, at least I would like to think that I'm pretty open about listening, and we will handle it and we will solve it right then and right there, because if not, then it'll just drag and it'll be in the air and it's not gonna just dissipate and go away. If anything, we're getting closer to film, so it's more important that we're more connected and we're more in sync, and we are.
I think we also have the same vision, so that helps
Yeah.
a lot.
It's just so different because as a director, you can only hope that the people on your team have the exact same vision as you. And they do. So because of that, it's like, oh no, we see it too. What if we try it from this angle? And I've never not said, sure, let's do it. Because what is it gonna hurt?
Nothing.
That's not true. You have never said, sure, let's do it. You say, fuck you.
That is correct.
I hate you.
That is correct. I use a lot of negative verbiage for positive affirmation.
That was gonna say.
It's true.
If you get a
If you're
fuck
not
you from
cursing at
Elaina,
me, it's
you
not
did
good
it.
enough.
That is
Gold
accurate.
star.
All right. It's back to you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How predictable.
All right. Question is, filmmaking is a very laborious job.
Mm-hmm.
What keeps you motivated?
I would say the end product, but not even the end product. The ability to share it with other people, and like have other people see like, oh, we put all this time and effort and blood and sweat and tears and everything into it, and now we get to share it with you, and you get to see it, you get to experience it for the first time. Like we're never gonna really get that experience of like, oh, I got to sit down and watch this for the first time and not know what's coming.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, to an extent, yes, but I'm excited to have that premiere, to put it on in front of everyone, and I'm probably not even gonna be watching the movie. I'm gonna be watching everyone watch the movie because I love sharing stuff that I make.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what keeps me motivated, is seeing my creation, our creation come together, and then letting
big
other
screen.
people enjoy that.
That was a good answer.
Thank you. He approves.
That was a good answer. That was a good answer. As the assistant director, how do you work with the actors to create the best performance for when you are going to film?
It depends on what we're working on, truthfully. Like, a lot of times it is, oh, I have this idea, I want you to try it, and then we'll see how it's gonna work, and then they try it, and it's almost always beautiful. But especially for like the more emotional scenes, I always tell them the goal is to make me cry, because I don't. I don't cry ever from media, so the goal is to get me to cry, because if you can get me to cry, you're doing something right. But yeah, it's just, honestly, it's just a lot of, here, let's try this and see how it works, and then just watching it play out, honestly.
I love that answer. All right.
I didn't get it.
who inspired you to start filmmaking and who inspired you to start making this movie particularly? I assume it's the same person.
Who inspired me to start filmmaking and who inspired me to create this specific film?
Yeah. Or who inspired you to be creative and, do it in your own way?
My sister inspired me actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because my sister and I always talk about that you don't want to meet your idols, which is such a funny thing to talk about. You don't want to meet your idols because they will always disappoint you. They can't live up to the expectations that you're creating for them. And so one thing that I've learned is that idols look very different to different people. And I would never call my sister my idol, but I would call her a gross inspiration. And everything that I've done, not because I want to say, hey, look what I did, but because we share in the experience together. And I think that my whole life she's always told me that I was a director, that I was a creator, that I could do this. She's never ever deterred me from that. And now it's really, really cool to sit down and have conversations with her about it and tell her and send her the rehearsals and send her the behind the scenes. And she's talking about how, you have a team and that's so cool and she loves them. They haven't met her and she still loves them just because they loved me. So when you have that type of inspiration in your life, it's really hard not to be the greatest of all time. So she's definitely, I would say probably in the top 2 greatest inspirations that I have, other than my grandma, who has passed away.
That was good. Great answer.
Great answer.
I'll say that every time now.
That's a great answer.
Okay. What can the audience expect or not expect to see from this film?
Disappointment.
You won't be disappointed.
Not gonna be disappointed. Expect the unexpected. Don't get too comfortable. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're on a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's all. Don't
That was a
expect-
great answer.
Yes!
You said I did it.
All right, for Riley, is there any tiny, minuscule spoilers that you can give us?
Tiny minuscule spoilers. You just give all the
I mean-
actual spoilers. You just have to bleep through it.
You're like, what? I thought that was
Just a
small.
solid beat the whole time.
Some big select.
She said, she just read the script.
She pulls the script out well.
I
Baited.
quote the entire end monologue. Tiny spoilers? Everybody's fucking gay. Everybody's gay.
Yeah.
That's a really good.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
That's really all you need. Yeah, no, just everybody's gay.
Miss Director, being a filmmaker that has already made something before this and obviously in the process of making this, for filmmakers that are just starting out, what is the best word of advice you would give them?
Do it. Do it. Don't just write it. Don't just think about it. Don't question why. Don't question how. Just do it. Nike. Just do it.
Shia LaBeouf.
Just do it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
No, yeah.
Make your dreams come true.
Riley actually had sent me this video, and it was from Jim. It was of Jim Carrey giving a speech, and he talked about how he prayed for a bike because his family didn't have enough money to get him a bike. He prayed for a bike, and then he came home a couple days later, and there was a bike waiting for him, brand new bike. His friend had put his name in a raffle to win the bike that he didn't know about. And he said that you have to open your mind and open the door in your mind and just let everything else go. And I think that filmmakers in general, what tends to happen is you get so caught up on the how. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna afford this? How is this supposed to come together? How am I supposed to have a team? How am I supposed to have a cast? I had to let go of all of the hows and just allow it to happen. And it did. It does. It works every single time. And ever since then, allowing my mind to be open, and when the door opens in your mind, walking through it and knowing that it's going to get delivered to you and stop worrying about how it's going to get delivered to you has just made this film beyond compare. And I think that, truthfully, it's just go do it. Just create it. Just do it. If you have the thought, then you're obviously meant to do it, so go do it.
I love that answer.
It doesn't sound genuine anymore.
It doesn't.
She's really good.
So, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
No, we appreciate you having us. It was fun. It was cool. We're excited to see you after you see the film.
I'm excited to.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Can I watch it right now?
No.
No.